An educational segment for someone sitting next to me, because our guests, not for our guests, but for the someone sitting next to me, and I have only one guest. Our guest is Sola Allyson, who is a soul. Why are you chuckling? Okay.
Thank you. Go ahead. Enjoy yourself. Go ahead.
She's a soul, folk, and gospel singer. She came into Limelight in 2003 when she released her debut.
Oh dear. Don't even try.
Not, it's a studio, but it's for talking, not for singing. Well. That's why, we can. So, it's A.G. Owura. You know what it means?
A.G. in my language means rain.
But it's similar.
It's similar.
Yes.
It's similar.
Well, you just told me it's due.
Yeah, so...
That doesn't mean I don't understand Yoruba. I do perfectly.
So now you know AG is due.
Yes.
Good, so you're educated.
Thank you very much. Educated.
Thanks for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me. I'm so happy to be here.
So it's morning dew.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
Is there evening dew?
I don't know. There could be. But
there is actually.
There should be.
Evening dew.
Yeah, dew falls at night.
Yes.
Is there evening dew? I have not heard evening dew.
There would be, but we don't know yet. We're still learning. It's still
unfolding. Some people will go land. Many people will remember you a lot more for A.G. Owura. You know how massive it was. By the way, she recently released an album, Isodotun, which made her studio album, ninth one.
Isodotun.
Isodotun.
Yeah. Okay, which means?
Being made anew, the process of being made new.
Renewal.
Renewal is Otsun. Renewal is when you are renewed already. Mm-hmm. But Isodotun is being made new.
Educate. Anyway. So,
I'm sure there are many viewers who didn't know the meaning of that either.
Yes.
So, Ayo, stop feeling cool.
It's cool in here. Well, she's worked with Kayefele, Kobam, Sasuko, Benga, Deboye, and a host of others. Again, thank you very much for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
Well, that was a song, and what did it do to you, if I can take you back to 2003? What did that song do to you?
Well, A.G. Owura, I just expressed myself. I just sang. I just did what I had to do.
Really?
I was contracted to write a soundtrack for a film. The film was produced by Bimboshi with the same title. The working title was Orekelewa. I think it's because of the song that they changed it to A.G. Owura. Because the song, sweet.
Very, very sweet.
What did it do to me? I was at a point in my life where I was combining survival with finding purpose. So that I just did this. I did it because I just wanted to express myself. I was given a job to do, and I wanted to do it well. And I did it. And
that's the movie?
Yeah. And things changed after then. And when people saw me on the road, and they'll be like, "She's the one." I'll be like, "Oh, what's this?" I didn't realize, things have changed. So I just did, like I just do my life the best way I should.
Let me take you back. You studied business, and then you went and studied music. What kind of waka is that, as they will say in Nigeria?
Well,
Kurukere.
You know what I call my life wuru to the answer, And somebody might think, you shouldn't talk about your life like that, but in reality, that's the way it was. It's now that my life is in my own hands now. Of course, in God's hands, my life is in my own hands, and I'm being intentional now. But the way I grew up, it was just anyhow. I wasn't planned. I just happened, and things happened to me because both parents had to move on in their lives, and I had to live here, live there. So I would conform to whatever system I was in at a particular point. But when I became sure of what I wanted to do was when I went to study music. And before I went to study music, I was already doing backup singing. I had worked with a lot of people before I went to school to study music.
Did you work with your business studies at all?
I did. I was a secretary for many years.
Okay.
I was a secretary for many years, and many people don't know, but that's my secret.
And it's out now.
It's out now. So it wasn't like, okay, I was intentionally here and there. It was life that was pushing me all over. But thank God now I am intentional about because I have found purpose that this is what life has chosen me to do.
You want to sing?
Yes, ma'am.
Full stop.
And how far has that brought you?
Well, I'm grateful to God. It has most importantly for me, it has brought me to the place of purpose. It has brought me to the place of being useful for my world. Because I'm in the entertainment industry, but my music doesn't entertain alone. In fact, entertainment is the last thing in my music. My music is for mind transformation, soul awakening. And I am grateful. The place it has brought me is the place of gratitude for having found purpose, that I can be hope, for people in the songs that I sing, because I'm very vulnerable in singing my songs. I sing like somebody who is in total submission to the will of the Almighty God, that I'm not saying I don't know anything, but you know what I mean when I say I don't know anything. I've fallen many times, I've risen many times, I have cried, of course I cry. Sometimes I feel depressed, sometimes hopelessness, sometimes. So
why have you chosen to do this in Yoruba?
Okay.
I think if she starts on that one, we'll not take
we
a
will
break
finish.
again.
Okay, so we're going to break.
So let me quickly steal my break, and then when we return, you'll be able to answer that question.
All right.
Do stay with us. Something she said in that song, Feron Milai Sheton. It's been translated in English now. It's called Shetonless Love.
According to what dictionary?
Ask Wale Soyinka, he comes up with all kinds of things.
Shetonless love.
Okay, yes, you were going to answer
All
her.
I can do is stare at you.
It's love. It's Shetonless love.
Yes, I know.
Yes.
I know.
So you wanted to answer her
Madam
question?
Shetonless love, please. Yes, the question was, number one, do you only sing in Yoruba? And number two, why did you decide to take this your message to the world only in Yoruba?
Well, I think predominantly in Yoruba. The story is still being written. I mean, my life has not ended. My career has not ended. I'm still evolving. So I don't know what can happen tomorrow. But I doubt whether... I don't know, Sha. You know the way God works. Dynamism sometimes. But now, I sing predominantly in Yoruba, and unapologetically so. Because I believe that when you know exactly where you were giving your gift and what you are supposed to use it for, you maximize whatever gain, whatever result that you should have. I consider singing in Yoruba as life, as a calling for me. Everybody cannot understand what I do. The whole world cannot understand what I do. So if I take the segment I've been sent to, if I intentionally water the segment I've been sent to, and whoever is sent in English intentionally takes their own segment and saturate it properly, I believe the world will be a better place. I studied music in school, and this is English I'm speaking. I could have decided to sing in English or sing any other thing, but because from within me, this is what flows, very easily for me. When I hear something in English, before I will totally understand, it has to be broken down in my heart
brain.
in Yoruba.
Okay, let's talk about Isodotun and this
My
your
ninth
ninth album.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that people still did albums in.
We do. It's because you are not our fan. It doesn't matter.
No, I'm your AC actually.
We do.
So tell us about it. What's new in it? Because of course they are new every morning. Your scriptures say so. What is new in this one compared to previous albums?
What is new in Isodosun is just it's a deeper conviction, of my journey. Like I said before, I'm vulnerable with my expression. So everything I do, I am telling a story. So like my last album was eerie. the same meaning of Iri is due. So my last album was Iri. It was Imushe before Iri. It was Okpe before Imushe. You know, I would have been in a particular season before I will have the strength to come out and put it in a song and write it down. So it's so Otun for me as it goes. I don't want to call it Otun. Some people of faith will say I should say it by faith that I'm renewed. I am in the process of being totally renewed. And what I'm saying about renewal is not like I'm not saved, I am not God conscious or something. Everybody has their journey. And
I thought that was even what the scriptures say. I think it's 1st or 2nd Peter, being
our mind being daily renewed, you know. So I'm not as confident as that to say I've come to the place that I'm renewed. I'm still walking my journey. Everybody has their journeys, and every step of my way I identify with whatever is happening to me. I'm not using faith to ignore what is happening and say by faith, by faith. So for me, I am always telling my story in a way or the other. And I know there are many, many souls all over the world who can identify with my music, who are learning
on the go,
you know, from what I do. So Isodosun means being made anew, being made new, and it's just a deeper work, you know.
And quite a number of things come, you know, in the mix to kind of test the process for you.
Exactly.
There is marriage, there is parenthood, there is profession, and you know that balance.
Exactly.
How's it going?
You have to the way I was doing is the way I feel about all these things, you know. But by faith, because life is not about comfort only. Young people, I hope young people are listening to me. It's not about just being comfortable and it's about being useful. It's about moving. It's about doing something. And in the process of doing all these things, you know, you get overwhelmed. Sometimes it is true. I get overwhelmed with, okay, I like to be private. Why should everybody be interested in my business because they like my music? For me, because of the nature I have, that is a challenge for me. So why can't I just feel like I'm angry and I want to express my anger right now?
Maybe when you remove your turban and put on a face cap, you become a new person.
You know, so you mentioned marriage. So I love this guy. We are supposed to live happily ever after. Your generation made us believe that when we get married like this, when we love like this, it's happily ever after.
Yes, so
I beg to differ. It's not totally true. And you come to discover that this guy, he has a pair of socks. Why is he always looking for the other pair? Why should I be the one to look for the other pair for him?
Oh, the other pair, not the other leg.
The other foot, so I be the other one for him. Why should he put his towel in that place? You know, and you try to conform to each other is another challenge. Yes. It's as you are growing up. There is a song in Isodotun titled "Ife Dale." That's our love will get to the night. I know you understand what I mean. Our love will last. That's what, you know, the process of getting here, you know, it's been sweet, but it took work. Then children.
Well, you have to work at a marriage.
Exactly. You know, then children, you are now they are becoming teenagers. You are raising a teenager and is in between childhood and adulthood, and he thinks, hey, I'm old now, I know what I'm doing.
Yes.
Mommy, I'm an adult.
Yes.
Add all of that to COVID.
you understand, you know, challenges in life. So I am not the one who has a calling, who comes to my platform to tell people that, oh, immediately you come to God, immediately you come to Jesus, everything will be okay. No. I am here with my song, with my life, with everything I do. I'm always telling people that it is a process.
It is a process. Well, we have to thank you very much, Allyson, for being here this morning.
I have to thank you for having me.
Oh, okay.
Thank you very much.
What if you decided to come via Zoom? We thank you very much for being a part of this conversation this morning. And we can only wish you more grace and more of His matchless sustenance.
Amen. Thank you very much.